I'm feeling sticky right now because it's Mel in the middle. But it's not so bad because you have the sweetness of summer on one side and the affability of Andy on the other. So how can I feel stuck? Except for the fact of the topic that I think is coming up, which I'm trying to figure out how the two go together.
Andy, is he trying to butter us up? Does he
Yeah.
think this is going to work?
Like, make it nicer, guys. Make it nice. That was very nice.
Yeah, that's nice. We'll see how you feel at the end.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with an M for Mel in the middle. Mel, I got a question.
Oh boy.
You probably have heard the concept. You probably understand all about it, but I don't know that if you've ever connected it with Jesus. So here's my simple question to you that we will make complex.
Okay.
Do you think that Jesus was a garbage picker?
My first thing that comes to mind, did he go through the garbage to pick up food?
Did he go through the garbage now? Was
No.
Jesus Christ a garbage picker?
In the literal sense?
Yeah.
No. In a figurative sense? Possibly. If one would be equating garbage with outcasts. Is that where we're going?
I'm asking you a question. I just need a definitive answer. Are you going with the literal answer?
Wait,
No.
how
or the
about you
figurative?
define garbage picker?
No. I want Mel's opinion. This is Mel in the middle.
Wow.
Then you can
Boy,
define it.
because it can get kind of theological here.
We could get theological.
You think about man being totally depraved
Yep.
when it comes to the category of sin that would make us garbage. And Christ plucked us out of the garbage. So I don't know if that's the direction, but again, literalistically, did Jesus live in such a way where, as he traveled from town to town, that he picked through the dump outside of town for food, foraged for food in that way? That's the first thing I think of when I think of garbage picker.
I mean, why would you need to if you could take one fish and turn it into like 5,000? You just keep one fish with you at all times.
Yeah, right. Did he do something like that, though? But then again, what didn't John at the end of his book say? He did so many miracles that if we put them together in one book, you would have volume upon volume.
So is it possible that Jesus took some loaves and fishes to the dump and fed the trash pickers?
Oof! What did they do with that leftover bread?
What did they do with it?
I know, that's up for speculation. That's all we can do about it, speculate.
What did they do?
All right,
with
so Mel,
leftover
do I have a definitive answer before I go? Do you think that Jesus is in the profession of garbage picking?
Spiritual, I would say yes. Yes.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
All right, Summer, your insight. Is Jesus a garbage picker engineer? That's what I want to know.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You didn't work nearly as hard as
No
Mel did
way,
at
he's a
that.
garbage picker.
He's a garbage picker.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, spiritually speaking,
I feel like
When-
that's everybody that, like, that's like when we get our calling too. It's like garbage picking. I'm going to find the little nuggets, the little treasures in this garbage heap. And I'm going to pull you out and make you something special.
yeah.
So Mel, let me ask you another question. How does garbage get to the dump? How does it get there?
But it's taken by a dump truck, but they didn't have dump trucks back then. Did they have dump carts?
I think they did. Yeah.
Dump
You-
carts.
You threw it out on the street, stuff out on the street,
Oh,
people came
yeah.
and picked it
Yep,
up, they took
yep,
it to the dump,
yep.
right?
Yep.
Right? So it gets there because somebody takes it there, right?
Yep.
How does it get out into the street or into the bags or into the garbage cans or how does it get there?
People. Not only people,
Mm-hmm.
but animals. Animals.
So people throw away garbage.
Yeah.
So if Jesus is a garbage picker-upper,
Like where you're going with
right? If Jesus is a garbage picker-upper, then he's picking through the things that people have thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
Is that would
Yeah,
that be
I think
logic?
you're right. Yep.
That would be logic, right? So is it possible that you and I, meaning the three of us, right? You and I and Summer and everybody who's listening, is it possible that we're throwing out things that Jesus is then going and picking up?
Ooh.
things
Wow.
are people.
Things and people. People and things.
Yeah. I think of people right away.
Sure. Go
That
with people.
is, let's say you have somebody who is a young man who has opportunities before him,
Sure.
and he squanders them.
Yeah. Sounds familiar. Sounds like a
Exactly,
story in the Bible.
exactly. And you're saying, if you make this choice,
Mm-hmm.
this is what's before you. And the plan is a good plan, planned out, and it would secure for him a way of getting income and having the opportunity to save that income, to make a living for himself, or he just goes out and lives on the streets.
Yeah. So again, we have Jesus picking through trash that we may or may not have contributed to. Would that be a true statement? No, I was funny because last Sunday I was sitting at, I hope my niece isn't going to watch this, right? I was sitting at my family lunch and my mom made new kind of brownie, right? Had brownie, then it had a layer of peanut butter, right? Kind of frosting type of stuff. Then it had a layer of melted chocolate chips over the top of it. Kind of s'more-ish, kind of like Oreo cookie-ish.
Yeah.
It was really pretty good, right? Now, it's brand new, so my niece took a piece, took maybe a tiny little smidge off of her fingers, and decided that she did not like it. So I watched her as she immediately wrapped it in a Kleenex, like a napkin probably, put it on her plate, and then asked if she could be excused and took it out to the trash.
Oh no!
Oh no! Was there anything wrong with that brownie, Mel?
Oh! I would have eaten it, just the description of it.
You would have eaten it, but she threw it away. Is it possible, Mel, that everything in the dump is not necessarily garbage?
Right. Right. What do we say? One person's garbage is another man's
Man's treasure.
treasure.
Yeah, exactly, right? So is it possible that maybe as individuals or churches or ministries or is it possible that we could be throwing out some things that Jesus says this is not garbage?
Right.
I think we throw away gifts that he gives us, and we just say we don't want them, and then he takes them and he gives them to other people.
So wait. So what you're saying is,
No, I'm not saying he redistributes wealth.
yeah,
I know.
Right?
No.
Wow, that's
Don't
his
do
prerogative.
that.
That wouldn't happen that way, right? Jesus isn't going to take it from the dump. Is it possible that Jesus takes stuff out of the trash and redistributes it?
Well, yeah, because if it's something especially that he needs accomplished or something that he wants done, he's not going to just pass it out and let people, fail on it. He's going to accomplish his will either way. So if we throw away his gifts and his opportunities and his offerings, that's just our loss.
So it's not that Jesus.
Someone else's gain.
It's not that he's just a trash picker, garbage picker. It's also he's a trash redistributor. Is that possible? It would. I have this visual, really,
Yeah.
it's
More
when
like
I was thinking about this.
Refurbishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this visual of Jesus walking around a dump, right, of people, gifts and talents, resources that people have thrown away. Just a myriad of different things that the church, that people have been given. And him picking out things, picking out people, refurbishing them, and then redistributing them. Right? Giving them back to churches, giving them back to people.
It's like the best white elephant ever.
Yes, it is. Right? So here's my question. I think that we are quick to throw things away.
Yep.
I think we are quick to throw people away.
Yep. Because we live in a throwaway society.
But I think that if
Didn't
we
do it.
know that Jesus, who we're supposed to be serving on the front side in the churches, is just as active in the dump as he is in the church, that we probably ought to pay more attention in the church, shouldn't we? I think, again, Mel, do you think that we're going to be held accountable by God for some trash that we've sent to the dump?
That's a sobering thought. That is what we had and threw away, we will be held to account. Yeah.
It's like the burying the talent, right?
And yeah.
Like, basically threw it away. He just buried it.
Right.
He got in trouble for that, didn't he?
He sure did. And what he could have done was at least put it in the bank so that it may gain interest.
Right. Done something with it.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because we hide things in the trash, right? We as a kid, when I didn't want to finish something, like you're doing the same thing my niece did, right? You're burying it in hope that nobody understands or knows.
Wow.
It's amazing the times that my mom knew what was in the trash, right? I don't think that she went through it and everything. I think she just watched and she knew what was going on. But the problem with this whole concept is God knows exactly what he's given us, and he knows exactly what's in the trash.
Yeah.
But he knows the things that we haven't used properly. He knows the people that we've misused, because not all trash is because we just don't like somebody. Sometimes we misuse them. Sometimes it's a gift, it's a talent, and we just used it the wrong way. And then when we don't have any more use for it, we throw it out. Right? Mm-hmm. So here's my last question, and then you two can just ask any other questions you want about this. If you had to make a definitive statement now on where Jesus today would spend more time, would it be in the church or would it be in the dump?
My first thought, in the church. You don't think?
No way. No way. First of all, he's not welcome and he doesn't force himself on anyone. Secondly, I've read Revelation and I know what church we're in, and he's not in it. And thirdly, there's far more that can be accomplished in the dump.
No, I didn't say he wouldn't be in the church.
No.
I just said, where would he spend more time?
Yeah, the dump.
Yeah, although, I mean, I think to revise and extend my remarks.
It is your show. Your name is on it, Mel. You can do whatever you want. And by the way, you did say my initial thought is you did preface it with that. So
Yeah. Since he is infinite, sovereign, he would be in both places.
sure.
So,
But if Jesus was walking around the earth again today,
walking around, okay.
so I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I said, where would Jesus spend more time? Like if he was walking around the earth today. Again, we were just talking about earlier. It's not the healthy who need a doctor; it's the sick.
Yeah, right,
I
right.
would argue vehemently that inside the church and outside the church there are 666
Oh, I was
people,
gonna say, are they healthy in the church?
right? So, but here's one of the differences. I think there are a lot of people within the church that are unwilling to admit they need a doctor. So why would Jesus be there? I think there are a lot of people in the dump who know that they need a doctor.
Yes, correct.
They just don't know what to do.
Right. And it goes along with the parable out of Luke 14, I believe, where the banquet is made and the
Yeah.
invited guests
So,
turn them down. So go out into the streets.
and the alleys.
In the out, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Bring
The
those. Very use that figure of speech. The dump, not necessarily a literal dump, but who knows? It could have been. Because where would you find such people who were maybe foraging for food? They would be in the dump.
I think Jesus probably visited a dump or two.
Oh, yes.
I think he did. I think he
I-
probably went.
Yeah.
So Mel, let me come full circle. Mel, do you think that Jesus was a garbage picker?
Picker. Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
Maybe literally and figuratively.
More figuratively than literally.
Most
But who knows? Maybe it could have happened because he had no place to lay his head.
That's exactly right.
It's true.
No place to lay his head. That's fantastic.
Boy, this was great
That was easy.
conversation.
That was the easy one. I'll have to come up with
Thought-provoking.
that. Really scary.
And I never, but now I do, figured out or began to think about garbage picker and Jesus.
There you go.
Garbage picker and Christianity. How those two things can relate.
Hey, I think maybe as Christians, we should learn how to be better garbage pickers. Maybe you should start a class on it.
Yeah.
How to make a garbage plate,
Ooh.
Jesus style.
Oh, no, there you go. That's a sermon.
And you only know what I'm talking about if you're from Rochester.
Exactly. You've been there to Nick Tahoe's.
Well, I used to live there.
Oh, okay.
But you want to know something funny? I actually met the garbage plate in Hawaii. When I lived in Hawaii, they had garbage plates.
Was Nick Tahoe there?
No, it was like a Hawaiian thing. They had garbage plates, and
Wow.
I'd never heard of them before. And then I moved to Rochester, and I was like, oh yeah, garbage plates, that's normal. Like, no.
Interesting.
It's super not. I think I found the only two places on the face of the earth that had garbage plates.
Yeah.
Those are Rochester, New York, and Honolulu, Hawaii. Go figure.
They have a lot in common.
Yeah, they have a lot in common.
Well, since this isn't the food channel,
But
I
it
think
could
we'll,
be.
It's a good segment.
I think
That's awesome.
we'll see you next time on Mel in the Middle.